It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Carr now on first down. And he will find his man Ruggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, You've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback, taking Mitchell Trubisky, they did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The 3-0 Raiders taking the field again here, Charles. First time since the Super Bowl year 2002 that they can say that. Wins over Baltimore and Pittsburgh weeks 1 and 2, and then you called their week 3 game a close one, 31-28 victory over Miami. So that's 3 consecutive wins to start the year over teams that all won 10 or more games last year. That actually has never been done before in NFL history. What did you see from the Raiders, and what do you think of this team, Charles?
I like them a lot because they've won a variety of ways. Look, they've opened their new building with fans, right? This is the second year in their new home stadium, but the first one with fans. And the first 2 games both went to overtime. So they like hanging out with their people, and they like the atmosphere, and they find ways to win. The second part is how the defense is played. Most of it has been pass rush and allowed the back 7 just to play coverage. And they didn't have that at all last year. Remember, they only had 21 sacks on the season. They're really getting after the quarterback in this one. So I love the overall package. Their general manager said before the season, we should be a playoff team. And I'm not sure how many people believed him. I think people are starting to believe now, Brandon.
They go to L.A. to take on the Chargers next, and then a home date with the Bears following that. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And incomplete on the deep ball. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Hey, we don't do what we do.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Carr now to throw. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense heading out now, Charles. And, you know, for weeks we've heard Bears fans and pundits alike calling for Justin Fields to be the starter. Well, with Andy Dalton now with a knee injury, Fields got the Week 3 start. Sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for, and you certainly can't pin it all on Justin Fields, but it was not the first NFL start that he had envisioned.
So you called me a pundit? Am I a pundit now? Because you're exactly right. I was one of them. I thought he should have started from game 1. But you nailed it. A rough debut, to say the least. 6 of 20, 68 yards through the air. But he was sacked 9 times for a loss of 67 yards. That means it's 1 net yard passing for the game. And, of course, they couldn't run the ball well at all either. Only 47 total yards on offense for the day compared to Cleveland's 418. They're hoping they can get back to 500 this week against the Lions, and then a really tough stretch. At Las Vegas, home to Green Bay, at Tampa, home to San Francisco. Whatever problems they're having on offense, they better figure them out in a hurry.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 8. Now Williams running left. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Another example right there of why quarterbacks get nervous when Yannick Ngakoue is getting ready to rush them. 37.5 sacks in 4 seasons in Jacksonville. But last year, he split time between Minnesota and Baltimore and put together 8 sacks. Then he signed with the Raiders back in March.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
And that last touchdown drive they had, very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Demir Berg.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Fields. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Fields. That's complete to Robinson. Robinson, a 1st down and then some. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Carr. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Oh, what a move. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Draw play, Fields gives to Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a play fake. Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Jalen Johnson that time able to knock it away. So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC, over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams, all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to say absolutely all of them. All right, sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm going to tell you why. Because quarterbacking, always what you're looking at when a team gets off to a hot start, and quarterbacking's been a key for every one of those teams. But I think there's been an addition to each and every one of them. With the Raiders, it's been Derek Carr playing at a high level, but how about how their defense is played? The Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater solidified that position. Their defense has been a constant as well. Von Miller back in his form. When you look at the Panthers, Sam Darnold, again, defense. But remember, they drafted for that 2 years ago, but every draft pick was a defensive player. The Cardinals, oh yeah, Kyler Murray's coming into his own. How about the addition of Rondale Moore, the rookie receiver? And for the Rams, yeah, it's not just Matthew Stafford, but Aaron Donald and the rest of that defense really coming to play.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Get ready.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Well, hey, partner, in Week 3 of the NFL, special teams was a big storyline. How about Justin Tucker? NFL record 66-yarder as time expired. The Ravens beat the Lions. And then the Lions' former kicker, Matt Prater, now with the Cardinals, he tried a 68-yarder at the end of the first half. It came up short. And how about Jamal Agnew? A 109-yard return on the field goal miss. That tied an NFL record.
Yeah, tied a record set previously by Cordero Patterson and Antonio Cromartie. And let's face it, it can't be broken, right? You can't go any farther than 109 because 110 means you're over the end line. But Matt Prater, he held the NFL record at 64 yards before Tucker broke it in the ball game this week. And how about him trying that one? I mean, and then, of course, here comes the return because you got big guys on the field trying to block, and they can't tackle in the open field. And I'll just leave it with this. Justin Tucker missed a 65-yarder in warm-ups, but when the game was on the line, the adrenaline was there. Arguably the best kicker in football, even though he got a little help from the post, got it done. What a dramatic ending.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they haven't been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Now it's Bird on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 5. Here's Fields.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Fields now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. There's a nice move. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's do this.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now on first down, Drake again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's Damian Williams making his way back out. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Fields. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, with that incompletion, glancing down here at the Week 4 NFL schedule, a couple of games that I have circled, Charles. Arizona at the Rams, a couple of 3-0 teams. But Sunday night, never going to be short of drama in this one when you've got Tampa Bay and Tom Brady going to New England.
Yeah, and Gronk going along with him, right? Where Tom goes, Gronk goes. But I'm really proud of you, partner, because you actually added a second game because, let's face it, the whole league is focused on the one that you mentioned on Sunday night. The whole world is focused on that one. That is going to be dramatic. But you mentioned Arizona and the Rams. 3-0 teams in the NFC West, arguably the toughest division in the league. One of them is going to come out and lead that division likely. How about a few others? Kansas City at Philadelphia. Can the Chiefs get back on the beam on the road? And will they have their coach Andy Reid back? They expect to have him there. Carolina at Dallas. Carolina going back to the state of Texas for the second week in a row. Beat Houston at Houston last week. Now they're going to go play Dallas. And last but not least, Thursday night, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. The last two #1 overall picks at quarterback, Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. And right now, Joe Burrow is playing at a higher level.
Throwing again is Fields.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That catch good for only a couple. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
On second down and 4, Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Carr going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Chicago. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We played to win. Good job, baby. Go.
Now the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They start the second half here with Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And look at this, it's a fake.
Let's go!
So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Carr to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Henry Ruggs.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fields on target to Mooney, 1st down, Chicago.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down.
They're going to run this with a tight end. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Fields on 3rd down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go!
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense has been a little bit keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still first down.
So that false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. 3rd quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Carr. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
A third quarter now at a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second and 8 coming up. Fields now to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. On first down, it's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fields throwing again. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it. The fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return comes Drake. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Here's Bird to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Bears take over.
The Bears now ready to take over again.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Quentin Jefferson able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Go! 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, Fields.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, Fields. Man open, it's Goodwin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play, Fields gives to Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. On the return comes Drake. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now down by 10, a little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores.
Pay attention.
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's complete to Drake. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards, and it's second down.
Nothing! We got him! Don't give him nothing! Bring it! Now! 180!
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Let's do it!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Carr now to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Let's go! Get it!
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Second and 11 now. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
it.